Some NBA action. Our broadcast team tonight on one side, D8.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5. Here's Giannis. Offensive rebound. Lopez, no luck.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Leonard the pass to Jackson. Hit his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. George against DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. George finds Morris. Knocked loose. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Middleton for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Hey, Steve, 2 defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
George with the bucket.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
George. Jackson passes to Zubats. Back to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Middleton. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man. Now, flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Holiday, and he banks in the layup.
Well, you see right there, Holiday can break you down and get up into his shot in rhythm.
DiVincenzo against George. To the middle, here's Zubats. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Holiday against Jackson. Outside Holiday. There's the lob into Kumbo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
Holiday against Jackson. 1:22 left in the first quarter. Outside, George. Over onto Tacumbo. George, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And onto Tacumbo, slams it in.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
And George, here we go. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Here's Portis. Shoots over Cousins, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
26 seconds left in the first quarter. And then Cousins with the dunk.
I like this. DeMarcus does a great job of getting involved off the pick and roll, and we know he can finish.
Teague against Kennard. Here's Forbes, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, we've got Holiday. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
Holiday looking over the floor. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Here is Forbes, defended by Beverley. Teague for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now here's Batum, guarded closer. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Outside T. Kicks it to Tucker. The pass to Morrow. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Forbes. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Jackson against T. Jackson kicks to Beverly. Pass to Batum. It's good. This game is all even. Batum's got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Jackson against T. With the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
Jackson passes to Cousins. Back to Jackson. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Tucker. And now here comes Teague leading the break. No good. Shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. And Cousins kicks to Beverly. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's rebounded by T.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing. And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Beverly for 3. No good that time. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Forbes. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
You have to like that move by Forbes. The dribble drive adding dimension to his game.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. He kicks it to Batum. Reverses. Back to Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Over T. Cousins, the pass to Batum. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. 4-point game. Pass to Connaughton. Antetokounmpo with the ball. The Bucks working the ball around. Middleton outside. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's the break. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
And they've had a tough time scoring in the half court.
Credit the defense for making it hard on them. They've done a great job of disrupting the timing and spacing of their offense.
Loads it up for Giannis.
And maybe the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
Beverly dishes to Morris. And a close game so far through the... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and it's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Efficiency, you know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubac in at center.
Yeah, the toughness of Holiday, sticking his nose in there, coming up with the second chance look.
George looking around. Clock at 6. Shoots. And that one hits back iron. Bucks leading by 6. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. From 6 away. Morris with the rebound. And for the Clippers, they're shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Crafty ball handler coming off screens. Drew Holiday has the defense guessing. It guesses wrong.
George with the ball. He's got 8. Feeds it to Morris. And the shot goes down.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
George against Holiday. Lopez inside. Makes it off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 6.
Can't let Lopez get comfortable down low. The second he does, there's no stopping.
And here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Inside. Zubac the pass to Morris. Leonard looking over the floor. And the 3 off target. Milwaukee leading by 6. Here's Holiday. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
An all-star, a leader, Drew Holiday can be counted on night in and night out to make a difference.
And the Clippers call time here. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And You know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. He's looking for Middleton and finds him on the wing, Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Rondo against Holiday. To the wing right side. Stolen by Middleton. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Drew does it how it's supposed to be done. Changes ends quickly, puts himself in the right position to finish.
Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And Giannis throws it down.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office. And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Batum finds Kennard. Here's Mann. Back to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Batum stolen by Holiday. Middleton outside. The tray. Rondo with the rebound. And now the Clippers on the break. Batum's running. From deep three-point range. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Milwaukee with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, P.J. Tucker is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the 3. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Hey, keep the ball moving. Holiday showing good leadership, running the offense all the way through.
Outside, George.
Hey, yo, right here.
Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Morris kicks to Beverly. To the inside. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Tucker. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Mann. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Connaughton, covered by Morris. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Bucks leading by 16. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Connaughton kicks it to Tucker. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. There's the lob at Kumbo.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Outside, George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Middleton outside. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Bucks leading by 14. Pass to Portis. The feed to Tucker. 9 feet out. Count it.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. The pass to Leonard. Jackson in the corner. Down low. And Leonard gets it to go.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Now Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Pass to Tucker. There's the lob to Portis. It's stolen by Morris. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Milwaukee.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jrue Holiday.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
Leonard dishes to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. From outside, off the mark. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. They led by as many as 18 points. The shot by Holiday, no good. Zubac's the pass to Morris. There's Jackson with the 3. That one, no good. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for... stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the power forwards position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jackson. And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. The pass to McCollum. Fires the 3. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Lillard misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Nobody near Leonard. And a miss there on the triple.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
McCollum kicks to Powell. McCollum passes to Powell. And it's off from 3-point range. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Lets it go with the 3. That shot no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Lillard the pass to Powell. Portland no good that time either.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field. Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
McCollum no good.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
The shot by George, wide open. Traps in the tray.
That was from the parking lot. Paul George very assured from distance.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Now, here's Zubac. George passes to Leonard. No good on the 3. Trailblazers trail by 5. McCollum right side. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
And here's Jackson. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Covington with the steal. And here they come. Here's Powell. And finished off by Nurkic.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Now Jackson shoots. And the rebound by Nurkic.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Lillard misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Morris looking over the floor. They grab their own miss. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Lillard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Jackson in the corner. 3-pointer. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Here's Lillard. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Basket good.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard, at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a three-point game. The three. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Nailed from three-point land. George has got 6 points.
Well, the three ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Just 2 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 6. Now here's Rondo. Passes it to Batum. Back to Rondo. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Fast break. Here we go. Lobs it up for Anthony. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Beverly for 3. And Kanter pulls it down. And for Portland, they're shooting like 21% from the field so far. Jones. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
You know, that's one thing Melo has always been able to do. Use his strength to overpower you and get the advantage.
Kennard, the pass to cut.
Are you kidding me? DeMarcus Cousins, my goodness, go ahead.
Anthony up on top. And that's going to be a travel. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Beverly up top. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Mann. A 3-ball. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And it's Beverly missing. Portland trailing here.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by, Kennard, the pass to Batum. 4 on the clock. Kennard finds Batum. Cousins trying to free himself up. Batum, good. And the Clippers lead by 2. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Beverly against Anthony. Launches it. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Batum's got 4 points this quarter.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Powell with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Lets the three fly. And with the rebound. The Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. To the paint. Beverly, the pass to Batum. Stolen by Cantor. Powell dishes to Jones. 29 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Jones over to help. Kennard kicks to Beverly. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Enes Kanter.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Here is Lillard. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 5.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So that'll be it for the... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good... The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 1. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the...
And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward spot. From deep, George. That one doesn't go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Lillard. And Portland again with the bucket.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. The offensive rebound. Zubac the pass to Jackson. The 3 from George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, that makes them 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Pass to Covington. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Here's George. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Lillard against Jackson. And the pass to Zubac. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
They get it back. Passes to George. There's the three. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Zubac kicks to George. For the lead. Lillard with the rebound.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
McCollum dishes to Covington from outside the arc. Back to McCollum, and so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Jackson. Rondo against Lillard. Out to Morris. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. 6 to shoot. Pass to Batum. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Beverly up top. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's Batum. Here's Rondo. Off on the layup. 51 seconds left to play in the third. Covington passes to Jones. Back to Covington. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Kennard for 3. And the Clippers miss again. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the middle, Batum with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Rondo's running. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The drive by Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Lillard against Leonard. Pass to Kennard. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Lillard. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Trailblazers. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Anthony, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Rondo. That one falls.
And how about the focus there from Rondo? Doesn't let the D get to him, able to complete that play through contact.
Out left to the wing. Launches a three. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Simons missing. Clippers trail by 3. To the left wing. Outside, Batum. Fires at the elbow. Offensive rebound. Here's Leonard. And there's the pass to Kennard to tie it up. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Leonard with the steal. Here's Batum, and Jones sends it back. 3-on-3. The steal. Here's Leonard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
Here's Simons. Passes it to Carmelo. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. It's stolen by Rondo. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard with the ball. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Jackson gets hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Over George. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Nurkic has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
From deep, George. Can't hit that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. To the right side. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Buries it down low. Covington's got his first bucket in this one.
Robert Covington, calm, cool, and collected.
Jackson against Lillard. Fires, high post. Zubats. That shot, no good. Good D by Covington. George against McCollum. And the shot is good.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
The three from George. Sinks the three-pointer.
Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
Inside, stolen by Zubats. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Outside for George. This one for 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 3-pointer. And it's Lillard missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role. And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Portland again missing. guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard from outside. Right between the eyes.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And they actually could take a 3 here and cope with a win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
And here's George for 3. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Holiday looking over the floor. No good from outside. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Pass to Nurkic. Covington against Giannis. Lillard left side. Back to Covington. 5 to shoot. McCollum passes to Covington. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Misses the 3. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Skilled, crafty. McCollum is a finely tuned scoring machine.
Middleton against Powell. Fires from deep. And the rebound by Nurkic.
3 misses to start the game, still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
Portland moving the ball around. McCollum kicks to Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Holiday. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Passes it to Giannis. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And he comes up with the deuce.
Like that creativity down in the paint. Antetokounmpo showing you how crafty he can be scoring from there.
Lillard scanning the floor. There's the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Takes a 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Holiday. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Man, what a special player Antetokounmpo is, sharing the sugar there. The vision he showed. Nice job finding the open man.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Back to Nurkic. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard finds Covington. McCollum with the ball. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And the Bucks miss again. Portland leading. Oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. No good with the triple. Milwaukee's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Anthony with the block. One-on-one fast break. Here's Jones. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Here is Forbes. There's the dish to Middleton. Pass to Portis. It's stolen by Jones. And now Portland on the break. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Pass to Middleton. There's the triple. Doesn't go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Jones finds Kanter. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls.
And, you know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Teague deciding where to go with it. Kicks it to Forbes. Teague with a clean look. And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying time.
through adversity and come up strong.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the 2. Passes to Powell. Here's Cantor, defended by Portis. Cantor, the pass to Powell. Nails the baby hook. Powell's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here is Holiday. On the wing, Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Portland leading by 5. Down low. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Holiday with it. He has 5. From deep. And Cantor pulls it down.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Jones. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Bucks trail by 5. Outside Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Holiday. Forbes controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Holiday, no one around him. Drains it from beyond the arc. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Simons, the pass to Jones. Here's Cantor. Kicks it out to Jones. They get the rebound. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Forbes, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
You know, that's really the biggest reason Forbes is out there, guys. Find space on the perimeter and knock down the three-point shot.
55 seconds left in the first half. Here's Anthony. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Good on the bucket. Holiday's got 10.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
32 seconds left in the second quarter. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Teague the pass to DiVincenzo. Giannis outside. The 10-footer. Lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Lillard from outside, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Trailblazers. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Drew Holiday getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the three, the small forward. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Powell against Middleton.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Here's McCollum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McCollum's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Portland. And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee, trailing by 4. To the inside, Covington with the steal. He's all alone. Here's Powell. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Powell's got 6.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Giannis inside. Covington's there. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 6. To the paint. Here's Lillard. In the corner, Powell with it. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Antetokounmpo trying to break loose, and Middleton the bucket on the assist by Holiday.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off target with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Lillard the pass to McCollum. For 3. Offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Down low, here's Middleton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. John Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact, and if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Powell. The Bucks also with the sub. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Fast break, Milwaukee. Giannis with... Oh, that was terrific!
Man, my goodness. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Giannis has got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Back to Lillard. Top of the key. Elbow shot. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Lillard's got 6.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. For the lead. It doesn't go for him. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Portland out in front, leading by just 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Bucks, they've got Portis. P.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in it with the 2. Jones kicks to Anthony. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And here is Teague. To the left side wing. A three-pointer is right on target. Connaughton's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, you know, not every point guard would be able to find an open man right there, but Teague is always looking for the right play.
Here's Simons. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Connaughton. Misses off the right iron. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Back to Jones, and stolen by Portis. Outside Teague. Out to the right wing. Now here's Tucker, covered by Anthony. Here's Connaughton. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. McCollum's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Jeff Teague. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Lillard way outside. Trains the three-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Here's Giannis. And that one is off.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that. That could be a game-turning play. I mean, Hollis Jefferson making his presence felt there.
Bucks trail by 5. Now Holiday. Here's the lob at Antetokounmpo. Holiday finds Antetokounmpo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. No good off the front iron.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammate.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Bryn Forbes. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Holiday. Shot to stop the run. Up again. Here's Lopez. They shoot again. And Covington sends it back.
No, sir, not today. Don't come in here. Covington not having it.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Nurkic up top. Lillard against Holiday. Covington. Here's McCollum. The putback. A rebound by the Bucks.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
He kicks it to Lillard. From the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Holiday. Now the pass to Giannis. From deep. And Drew Holiday with the 3.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. Pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Out to the wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was a thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Middleton can't get it to go. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year. And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's Giannis. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. George against DiVincenzo. Now here is George. He's tightly guarded. Clock at 2. Here's Morris. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
Here's Holiday. Zubac against Lopez. Giannis inside. And Holiday is right there.
Yeah, the toughness of Holiday, sticking his nose in there, coming up with the second chance look.
And George, here we go. Shoots over DiVincenzo. George finds Morris. Back to George. From deep three-point range, Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks, trailing by 4. And that one drops for him.
Quick, athletic, explosive. Holiday will leave you in the dust.
Now here's Jackson. Lets it go from deep. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. P.J. Tucker. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Batum for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Bucks trail. Here's Connaughton. No good. That would have tied it.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Cousins, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Middleton, the pass to Tucker. The score now all even.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Here's Rondo, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And the strength of Rondo finishing through contact.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Connaughton. 44 seconds left to play here in the first. Giannis kicks to Connaughton. Here's Giannis. No good on the shot, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Leonard. Milwaukee with the rebound. It's Giannis with the drive.
And the long strides of Antetokounmpo. Once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. That shot misses.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Here's Connaughton, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. Tie game in Milwaukee. And don't go away. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what...
this game, it's
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
We've got Bobby Portis. Teague out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Teague. Here's the 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Juarez got his first basket.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Over Teague. Cousins dishes to Beverly. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And that one's good. Cousins.
Brute strength of Cousins. Defenders draped all over him, and he simply brushes them off.
Teague against Beverly. Teague, the pass to Portis. Inside, Tucker. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Mann. Passes it to Batum. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Mann passes to Cousins. The second chance effort. Here's Batum. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Jackson goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Clippers lead by 4.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
The pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Forbes. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Zubats.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Now Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Bucks trail by 4.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
8 feet away. Jackson kicks to Morris. Back to Jackson. To the wing on the left. Beverly wide open. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's DiVincenzo. At the top of the key, Lopez. Pass to Forbes. They need this one. No good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's George. Outside for Jackson. Out to the right wing. Beverly for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Bucks trail by 4. On up the court. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Off target from 3-point range. It's Jackson with the drive. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Milwaukee's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. It's deflected.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker. He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Now, here is George. He's guarded closely. Count that one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson against DiVincenzo. Pass to Portis. Banked in off the glass. Portis has got his first points of the game.
That was physical D, but Bobby Portis is so strong.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. And that should do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Forbes can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Outside for George. Beyond the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Middleton the pass to Holiday. Back to Middleton. Gets a hand on it. And Antetokounmpo on the follow. Giannis has got 6.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Right side Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. And the pass to Zubac. Shoots over Portis. No good from Zubac. Bucks trail by 4. Forbes the pass to Portis. Back to Forbes. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10", with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Here's Holiday. The shot from the low post is good. He's got 6.
I mean, few guards absorb contact as well as Holiday. In fact, he often delivers as much punishment as he takes.
Here's Zubac. Doesn't go that time. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And Holiday throws it down.
Nice play by Holiday. Terrific speed in the open court. Defending him, you have to change ends quickly.
And George, here we go. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of...
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
throw good, Paul George.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night. I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Teague, the pass to Connaughton. Lopez up top. Pass to Giannis. Milwaukee keeping it alive. The new 14. Teague with a clean look. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's George. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Teague against George. 51 seconds left to play here in the third.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
It's incredible, and I'll tell you what, it's a joy to watch. There's more to his game than threes and dunks.
And George kicks to Batum. Cousins, no one around him, and that one goes long.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
19 seconds left in the third quarter. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Teague, the pass to Giannis. It's tipped. Here's Lopez. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Los Angeles on top, leading by 3. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Brook Lopez is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Jackson against Holiday. Here's Kennard. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Los Angeles leading by 3. Lopez outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the leadership Lopez gives this team really important. He's someone his younger teammates look up to.
Brook Lopez hits them both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Jackson passes to Kennard. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And you might not have expected him to go for the steal there, but boy, oh boy, did that ever work out.
Jackson looking it over. Pass to Zubac. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. Right side, Rondo. Zubac, the tip in on the offensive rebound. And the Clippers lead by 1.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Passes it to Middleton. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. The pass to Tucker. Takes the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Here's Rondo. He kicks to Morris. Back to Rondo. Kennard for three. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got rebound number 13 with that last one. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. Rondo with the steal. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. On the wing, Morris. DiVincenzo against George. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Portis in the post. He's covered by Rondo. Portis can't get it to go. The Clippers in the lead. Morris kicks to Leonard. No good with the layup. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. They get it back. Goes back up. No good at the rim. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Morris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leaps for it, but they get it back. Here's Zubac. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. 23, Middleton. That shot missing. The Clippers shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Back to Zubac. Stolen by Middleton. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. Money!
That is world class. Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rondo against Holiday. Clock at 6. Here's Leonard. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And up the court come the Bucks. On the break, Holiday is running. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Leonard against Middleton. Out to Morris. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Morris in at the 4 spot. Now, here's Lillard, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
George against McCollum. George passes to Zubac. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Puts up a 3. That shot off the mark. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Morris against McCollum. Morris kicks to Jackson. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Powell. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Unloads from 13. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Left side, Covington. He feeds it to Powell. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. 2 on the clock. Kept alive. And the second chance effort by McCollum.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Now, here is George. The pass to Zubac. Leonard kicks to George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Up top, Zubac. From downtown, Jackson misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Nurkic finds Covington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice job by Robert Covington to draw the contact and get himself to the foul line.
No good on that one. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Offside Rondo. Anthony against Kennard. Inside, and Cousins throws it down hard.
Are you kidding me? DeMarcus Cousins, my goodness, go ahead.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Clippers trail. For the three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cullen passes to Cantor. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Jones checked in for Portland. Beverly for three. And he's good on the three ball.
Well, Patrick Beverly puts in the time to become a legit threat from range.
Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That shot is off.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
Old school basketball, and it's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the 1. Beverly deciding where to go with it. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Outside, Jones. Back to Anthony. Kanter inside. He's guarded by Cousins. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Luke Kennard. The three from George. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for cancer. Norman Powell comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Here's George. Good. George has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
You can see there's complete trust in Paul George in pick and rolls. Fantastic at taking advantage of the defense and the separation they give him.
Outside Anthony. Lillard looking around. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Taken away by Anthony. Can't connect from short range.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And it's Leonard missing. Jones with it. Leonard picks him up. And it's Jones. That time on the assist by Lillard. Jones has got his second basket.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
And here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The 3 from George. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Here's Powell. No good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Wide open look here for Zubac. The 3-pointer off the mark. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Nurkic, the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Outside Jackson. Here's Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Zubac has got 4 points in the quarter.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Got a piece of it.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. Jackson against Lillard. Outside Jackson. Outside for George. Takes a 3. The Clippers rebound. With the second effort. Zubac, that's good. Zubac has got 10 points in the game.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Morris outside. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, nothing wrong with a little early offense. Anthony happy to oblige.
And that'll do it for the first half. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to... That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Here's McCollum. Lays it up off the glass. McCollum's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
George against McCollum. And that one's good, George. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. And the dunk by Batum.
Well, you love it. DeMarcus Cousins drawing the defensive attention and still has the court awareness to make the play.
Lillard the pass to Cannon. Back to Lillard. Launches it. Good on the triple. Lillard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And here's Leonard from three. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Portland trailing here. Powell, no one around him. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Batum's got 5 now.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard. That's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Lillard the pass to Covington. Cousins pulls it in. Clippers leading by 4. Pass to Batum. Back to Kennard. There's the 3. And no good that time.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Covington. Lillard outside. From deep. Portland no good that time either.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. They get it again. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter of the game. Now Lillard from deep three-point range from beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Portland. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. 3-point lead. Back to Batum. And here's Leonard from 3. The shot off that time. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Norman Powell. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Trailblazers trail by 3. Hollis Jefferson, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
You call that power basketball by Hollis Jefferson. He's willing to go right through the foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And Doris, with Rondé Hollis Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Drag. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench. And if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive. Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
Beverley with the ball. No good on the triple. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. The Trailblazers have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
You know, Carmelo Anthony problematic for the defense. He spends so much time at the line, keeps you on a string. You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 1. And we'll be back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. Paul George is checked in for Los Angeles. Portland leading. Now here's McCollum. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Rondo dishes to George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Portland grabs the miss. To the inside. Simons, the pass to McCollum. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Passes to Simons. Offline with his 3.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Here's Morris. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Nurkic. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Leonard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Portland. Now here's Rondo. Not a lot of room. Tries from 16. Los Angeles with another miss.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Anthony right side. Outside, Jones. Back to Anthony. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Three-pointer. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Clippers trail by 4. Outside Rondo. Down low. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal. Has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Anthony with it. George picks him up. Simons, the pass to Anthony. His first shot coming late. And too long on the shot. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Outside, George. Here's Morris. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Lets it go from deep. George against Anthony. Over George. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Morris, nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
McCollum outside, beyond the arc. And Lillard gets to McCollum. From past the arc, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
George looking over the floor. 1:06 left in the game. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Got a hand on it.
Encouraging to see Kanter trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Enes.
Lillard outside. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
George against McCollum. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Lillard. Money!
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And Portland has possession. Oh, Covington in position.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
It's good.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Powell. And so it's Portland winning this one. This was David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.